Philippines, and hello world. Hello, hi, mabuhay. My name is Rhea G, your moderator for today's podcast entitled I Can. And luckily, we are granted by this wonderful guest that we have right now to share their knowledge about STI and STDs. Let me introduce you our resource speakers. They are physical education majors. Let us all welcome Mr. RV Timbol and his team. Hi, RV and team.
Hello and mabuhay. Thank you so much at Rhea G for having us here together with my team. And for today's podcast entitled I Can, we are about to give you a knowledge and to share a knowledge why is early detection of STDs and STIs are important. And as we all know that STIs and STDs are not just a pain. If you don't get proper professional treatment, they can lead to serious health issues including cancer, infertility, and even death. And together with my team, Nathan Balinas and Timothy John De La Cruz, will give you what are the preventive ways to fight these STDs and STIs. Nathan?
Thank you very much for having us here, ANG. We get a lot of questions about the difference between STI and STD. And the answer is actually pretty simple. There isn't really much of a difference. STD simply stands for sexually transmitted disease, and STI stands for sexually transmitted infection. But no matter which term people use, they're talking about the same thing: infections that get passed from one person to another during sexual intercourse. These infections have had many different names over the years: venereal disease, the clap, the drip, and most recently, STD and STI. STI is the most up-to-date term educators such as ourselves use, and health providers as well. Switch to it from STD to STI because infection is more accurate and less stigmatizing the disease. To further inform our listeners of the podcast on the preventive measures, we have here Timothy to elaborate on that.
Thank you, Mr. Nathan. Okay. The good news in the STD and STI are preventable. There are steps that you can give yourself and the partners of practice abstinence, having favor partners. It is still important that you and your partner get tested and that you share your test results with one another. Once monogamy, it's important to have an open and honest conversation with your partner. Use of condoms is correct and consistent use of the male provider. Latex condom is highly effective in reducing STD transmission. Use of condom is every time you have anal, vaginal, or have a sex. Know your condoms, do and don'ts. The right way to use our male condom. Talk with your partner. Talk with your sex partner. This about the STD or STI, and staying safe before having sex. It might be uncomfortable to start the conversation, but protecting your health is responsible.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much, team. And there you have it, viewers and listeners. And before we end up our podcast entitled I Can, we want to leave this saying to you by George Bernard Shaw states that life is a disease, and the only difference between on man and another is the stage of disease at which he lives. That's all for today's podcast. Again, thank you so much at Rhea G for having us here.
Okay, thank you so much for that, RV and team. And there you have it, people of the Philippines. I hope that you've learned something from today. And I want to tell everyone that prevention is 100% better than cure. And also remember that diseases should not stop us on our lives. Always go on positive side of life and everything will be all right. Again, my name is Rhea and see you next time. Bye!